the book of Revelation, chapter 1, verse 14. His head and his hairs were white like wool, as white as snow, and his eyes were as a flame of fire.
And the hairs of his head were like the pure wool. His throne was like the fiery flame, and his wheels as burning fire.
Right. So a lot of people have this picture and this image of Jesus Christ in their walls of their house, or any images of the Last Supper, and we see a man that has blonde hair and blue eyes and white, but that's not the true image of Jesus Christ. We're about to bring out the true image of Jesus Christ again for the people that just walked up. So I guess those who have ears to hear, let them hear. Read it out.
This is the book of Revelation, chapter 1, verse 14. His head and his hairs were white like wool, as white as snow, and his eyes were as a flame of fire, and his feet like unto fine brass, as if they burned in a furnace.
Right, so if you put brass into a furnace, which is fire, if you put a penny on a lighter and you burn the penny, what color does that penny turn? The penny turns dark black. Dark black. So the images that we have all over the world, where is that? Rio de Janeiro, Brazil, that big statue of Jesus Christ, or where is that, in Africa? We got another one in Africa, a big statue of Jesus Christ. Those are false idols that were set up to deceive you, so you guys could be pretty much slaves, right? So, if you guys haven't heard this before, you guys go to church every Sunday, or your grandparents have gone to church every Sunday, and they have this image of Jesus Christ, who was actually Caesar Borgia, the son of Pope Alexander VI. This was a lie brought up unto you so you guys could follow the ways of the world. Right? So you guys can celebrate Christmas. Right? What does Black Friday have to do with Christmas? Right? Or what does Thanksgiving have to do with eating food on a Thursday every year, and you guys have to just make up any excuse to cook some macaroni with lobster in it?
Bring it up.
Right.
Right? So
macaroni and lobster.
Right. So y'all gotta actually wake up to these laws, statutes, and commandments. What you got, brother?
Bring it out.
Jeremiah chapter 10, verse 2. Thus saith the Lord, learn not the way of the heathen, and be not dismayed at the signs of heaven, for the heathens are dismayed at them. For the custom of the people are vain. But one cutteth a tree out of the forest, the work of the hands of the workmen with the axe. They deck it with silver and with gold.
Bring it out.
They fasten it with nails and with hammers, that it move not. They are upright as the palm tree, but speak not. They must need be born, because they cannot go. Be not afraid of them, for they cannot do evil. Neither also is it in them to do good.
Right. So if you guys haven't paid attention, that was talking about the Christmas tree. Where do we go, or where do we go, like this month in December, and we go to Home Depot or IKEA or Ralph's, and we go pick up this tree? What do we do with it? We decorate it with silver and with gold. We put lights and ornaments and all types of whatever on these trees, right? What does it say? Read that again.
Learn not the way of the heathens.
Learn not the way of the heathens. So if you guys are going around buying Christmas trees, you are copying. You are imitating what the heathens do. Right?
Bring it out.
So read that again.
Learn not the way of the heathens, and be not dismayed at the signs of heaven, for the heathens are dismayed at them.
Right, so they're dismayed at the signs of heaven. So they're sending out satellites. They're sending out all of these things to check out the stars and the moon, and they're trying to figure out what's going on with the world today. They're trying to see if the sun is exploding. They're trying to see where all these tornadoes are coming from. They don't even know. They're trying to say that it's the heart, which they do probably have a machine that creates stuff, but it's also the Most High. It's also works of the Most High God that's creating all of these insane tornadoes that you guys have been witnessing that's taking out houses. What was that when they had the hurricane, tornado, and flood? Where was that in Barbados? Barbados, where the whole airport was filled with water. It almost looked like the Noah was coming back. It almost looked like they needed an ark so they could save themselves. They probably still got bodies over there that they haven't picked up. Because you guys not even paying attention to the news. You guys just out here walking down Hollywood Boulevard all jolly, not keeping the commandments. Right. Y'all about to go to church tomorrow, or y'all about to go home and eat some bacon. Let's get Leviticus chapter 11, because a lot of people don't know about that, right? And you guys probably gonna get that hot dog with the bacon wrapped around it, right? After y'all get faded. Right? Where you at? Leviticus 11. Let's get Leviticus 11 and 7.
The book of Leviticus chapter 11 verse 7. And the swine, though he divide the hoof, and be cloven footed, yet he cheweth not the cud, he is unclean to you.
Right. So the swine that cheweth not the cud, even though he divided the hoof, he is unclean to you. And a lot of times, people don't know that pepperoni is swine. People don't know that bacon is swine. They say, I don't eat pork, I eat bacon. I don't eat the pig, I eat pepperoni.
I don't eat pork.
Like what? What are you talking about, right? Then a lot of people are so used to eating shrimp and lobster, but they don't know that everywhere we go and every food that we being served out here is pretty much to keep y'all in sin.
That's right.
That's what it's about. So keep y'all in sin. Y'all not feeding your spirit. Y'all not reading the Bible. The Bible is to feed your spirit. You read the Bible to feed your spirit. This is for the blacks, Hispanics, and Native Americans. Those are children, the 12 tribes of Israel. What's your nationality?
Mexicana.
Awesome. You'll be a shrimp feed from the tribe of Issachar right here. So you'll be part of the 12 tribes. If you're from Aztec or Indian descent. Do you know if your father is Spaniard or Aztec?
What did you say?
Do you know if your parents or your father is Spaniard or Aztec?
No.
You don't know?
They're from Mexico.
They're from Mexico though? More than likely you'll be from the tribe of Issachar. Or we pay to keep the commandments. So a lot of times we have not been taught that we have to keep the commandments. The only things that we know about are the 10 commandments.
You said two people are Jews. You said the Mexicans are Jews and the brothers are Jews. Is that what you're saying?
No, I said...
No, don't just answer that question first. You know, just answer that question.
I just said...
That makes a lot of
Who
sense.
you looking at? You looking at me or you looking at the camera?
I don't like cameras. That just making sense. You got two people saying they Jews. Which one is it? The Mexican Jews or the blacks Jews? Because blacks are study saying
I'm about
they
to answer
Jews.
your question right now, brother. Hold on. You see these straws right here?
What's this? So if the blacks are saying they Jews, then why would you put Mexicans on your back and carry?
So you're going to walk away?
No, he's gonna take a puff of his weed. He's gonna take a puff of his weed and walk away.
He dropped the bike on you.
We migrated out of Africa and came here to America. So actually we are American Indians and indigenous to America.
Okay.
Now you ain't hit me on that.
I hear you.
We was already here.
When? What year?
We migrated out of Africa and came here. Indians here, man.
What year?
Yeah.
What year though?
Fucking it was thousands of years, man.
You don't know?
Thousands of years, man. We go to Indian Red. Have you heard that? And we was already here. It says when Columbus came here and he said when Martin Luther King said when they landed on Plymouth Rock, we was here. What I'm saying is, man, that we was native. We was already here when Columbus came here. Right. Yeah. We Indian. We fucking Native American Indians, man.
Here it
Yeah,
goes.
which is it is right here.
Second Ezra.
1800, 1830, they reclassified us as Negro. They reclassified us as black Indians, as Negro.
Second Ezra, chapter 13, verse 40. These are the 10 tribes which were carried away prisoners out of their own land in the time of Hosea the king, whom Salmanasseh, the king of Assyria, led away captive, and he carried them over the waters, and so came them into another land. But they took this counsel among themselves that they would leave the multitude of the heathen and go forth into a further country, which never mankind dwelt, that they might then keep their statutes, which they never kept in their own land. And they entered into the Euphrates by the narrow passage of the river, for the Most High then showed signs for them, and held still the flood, so they were passed over. For through that country there was a great way to go, namely of a year and a half, and that same region is called Ozareth. Then dwelt they there until latter time, and now, when they shall begin to come.
Read that last part again.
For through that country there was a great way to go, namely of a year and a half, and that same region is called Azareth.
Right, so America is called Azareth. That's the original name before Christopher Columbus and Americus Vespucci came over here and took over this land. The ones that took over 100 and killed 150 million Native Americans that we just celebrated on Thanksgiving. Right?
It's the book of Exodus chapter 11 and verse 7. But against any of the children of Israel shall not a dog move his tongue, against man or beast, that ye shall know how the Lord doth put a difference between the Egyptians and Israel.
Right. So the Lord has put a difference between the Egyptians and Israel. So when they say, oh, your people sold y'all to the white man, they're talking about the Egyptians. The Egyptians are also dark-skinned people, and they're talking about the Africans, the Somalians, some of the Nigerians, right? So they're also dark-skinned people, but they're not from the 12 tribes of Israel, right? They're from the children of Ham, thank you, brother. They're from the children of Ham. We are from the children of Abraham, Isaac, and Jacob.
That's right.
Right, the 12 tribes. Excuse me, brother, can I ask you a question? Anybody right here? Brother with the locks. Brother with the locks, no questions, all right. So, can I ask you a question? You right here. No? You a man or a mouse? Are you a man or a mouse? You can't have a dialogue with another man, black man, so-called. We're supposed to love each other, right? So if you're out here to tell our people to repent and turn back to the commandments, the 10 commandments are just the most popular commandments. There's 613 commandments. The 10 commandments are popular because those are the ones that God was telling everybody. And because the people heard God's voice and they saw the lightning and the thunder, they got scared. And they told Moses to tell us the commandments instead because we didn't want to hear the Most High God's voice because they thought that they would die. Right? So now we are out here repenting and we're showing that we need to return to the commandments. Right? So we're doing our best and we're coming out here and we're trying to keep the laws and statutes and commandments to the best of our ability. And we're trying to bring back the elect, the hopeful elect, to continue so we could go on and we could get out of this wicked hellhole. Right? This wicked society.
Bring it out.
Alright, so let me start off with Deuteronomy 22 and 5. Since we're on Hollywood Boulevard, let's get 22 and 5. Because there's a lot of people out here that probably ain't never heard any of this stuff in their life. Right?
Deuteronomy 22 verse 5. The woman shall not wear that which pertaineth unto a man, neither shall a man put on a woman's garment.
Right. So a man shall not put on a woman's garment. So if a man puts on a dress, it's called cross-dressing, right?
Right.
Right. So if a woman puts on a man's garment, what is that called? Cross-dressing, right? So if a man wears a dress and they're called themselves a tranny, what is that called in the Bible? Let's see.
For all that do so are abomination unto the Lord thy God.
Abomination to the Lord thy God if you were a man wearing a dress, or if you're a woman wearing the pants. Right? Let's read that again.
He, she.
The woman shall not wear that which pertaineth unto a man, neither shall a man put on a woman's garment.
So, if a man wears a dress, you guys will look at him like he's retarded. Well, I used to. Now it's normal. Now it's normal. Y'all can just, I see a man put on a whole wig and a dress and nails. You can look at Dwayne Wade's son. He's 12 years old. He has on the fingernails.
Right.
Like, what is that? You know what that is? That's Dwayne Wade sacrificing his son to idols.
That's right.
That's what that is.
That's right.
So what's going on in the world right now is that everybody is following the ways of the devil. Right? What you got, brother?
This is the book of Exodus chapter 23 and verse 2. Thou shalt not follow a multitude to do evil, neither shalt thou speak in a cause to decline after many to wrest judgment.
Read that again, brother.
Thou shalt not follow a multitude to do evil.
Thou shalt not follow a multitude to do evil. So what about gangbanging? Do we have that out here? I think it's kind of slowed down a little bit. I'm kind of starting to think that the police are actually being more gangbangers than actual brothers out here now. I'm actually starting to think that police are doing all the killings and putting people in the hoods and dropping people off in their enemy hoods and doing all of that. I think it's the police that's selling guns to all the felons that's coming out of jail, right? And they're paying people to take out our brothers and sisters, right?
Just like the Threes that came out, man.
Yeah. Got 2 cars.
That's exactly what she is. She's actually praising her God, right?
That's right.
That's what she's doing. She's praising her God, which is Satan, right? What you got, brother?
That's what we got from there. Let me see, give me Ezekiel.
Yeah, so it's time for us to return back to these law, statutes, and commandments. This is for the Hebrew Israelites, the 12 tribes of Judah. If you are a Native American, Native Indian, Black, or Hispanic, you are a part of the 12 tribes of Israel. There will not be everybody going to heaven, right? A lot of people will be burning in the lake of fire. And a lot of people will be going to that second death, right? Because they don't want to repent and turn back to these law, statutes, and commandments.
That's right.
Ezekiel chapter 3 verse 5. For thou art not sent to a people of a strange speech or of an hard language, but to the house of Israel, not to many people of strange speech and of an hard language, whose words thou canst not understand. Surely had I sent thee to them, they would have hearkened unto thee. But the house of Israel would not hearken unto thee, for they will not hearken unto me. For all the house of Israel are imputed and hard-hearted. Behold, I have made thy face strong against their face, and their forehead strong against their forehead.
Right. You guys are hard-hearted. You guys don't want to listen to the true prophets of the Most High God. You guys don't want to follow the ways of the prophets that were sent before us. You guys don't want to follow the ways of Jesus Christ. Jesus Christ came and he was teaching the laws of Moses. But a lot of y'all don't even want to listen to or read the Old Testament. Y'all talk about the God of the Old Testament like he's a bad person. Yes, guess what? He is. He's good and terrible. He's not just bad. He's great and he's awesome. He's excellent. What you got, brother?
It's the book of Deuteronomy, chapter 28 and verse 1. And it shall come to pass, if thou shalt hearken diligently unto the voice of the Lord thy God, to observe and to do all his commandments, which I command thee this day, that the Lord thy God will set thee on high above all nations of the earth.
Right, so if we are here to do these commandments, we'll be set high above all the faces of the earth, all the nations of the earth. All the nations of the earth will tremble when they see us. Well, they do that anyway. Right? They do that anyway. So what's going on right now is we're trying to wake all our people up, right? We're trying to tell all our people, the Native Americans, the Black Hispanics, and the Native Indians to return back to the law, statutes, and commandments of the Most High God. That's right. So all of you guys that's out here walking on Hollywood, today, Friday sundown to Saturday sundown is the true Sabbath. Today we are going into Sunday, which will be the first day of the week. The Most High God worked 6 days straight, and he rested on the 7th day. The word Saturday actually in Spanish means sábado. El Sábado is close to Sabbath day. So these people that created these calendars, they kind of playing mind tricks on y'all, and they really know the truth, but they kind of like forcing y'all, or they're deceiving y'all to follow these ways, because y'all gotta go get that money, right? Y'all gotta go to work and pay for all y'all bills, right? Y'all gotta go get that Benz. Y'all gotta go get those Jordans. Y'all gotta go.
Give it back to Esau.
Right, give all their money back to Esau, right? Because guess what? I think black people spent about, what was it, like $3 billion this Thanksgiving? I think it was like $3 billion this Thanksgiving. You know, that's in 3 days. Y'all spent $3 billion in like 3 days.
That's amazing.
Look at that right there.
I seen you.
Does anybody know what the Bible says about homosexuality?
I almost fell
Y'all be careful on the scooters. I seen this Edomite get ran over. Alright, so y'all in Hollywood, y'all out here with these Edomites, and they don't like y'all right now. Alright? So, y'all be careful out here. Y'all be paying, y'all turn back to these commandments. Alright?
Yeah.
Look like it's about to start raining. Alright, let's see where we was at. So yeah, today we are here, prophesying, we living in the last days. We're trying to warn our people to return back to the commandments of the Most High. All right. So a lot of people they have been brought up in the world, and they have been taught by their elders, their grandparents, their moms, or their fathers to actually like celebrate these holidays that's going on. Right. So we're out here teaching you guys to not, and telling you guys to not celebrate these holidays, because you guys are celebrating false idols.
Bring it out.
Right? You guys are worshiping false idols. Do you know who Nimrod is? Yeah, look Nimrod up. Nimrod, right? Do you know what January 1st is? Right? That's the god of Janus. Right? Look that up. Right? Or what about look up the day that Christopher Columbus hit Trinidad and Tobago, which is called Hispaniola.
Bring it out.
December 25th. Look that up. 1492. Alright? So, let me get Deuteronomy 20, 28, and 68 before I close off. So a lot of people, they don't know these verses because their pastors have never read in the Bible. They've never read these scriptures in the Bible. They only read like 5 or 6 verses, and then they give you an hour-long motivational speech. So let's get this right.
Deuteronomy 28 verse 15. But it shall come to pass, if thou wilt not hearken unto the voice of the Lord thy God, to observe to do all his commandments and his statutes, which I command thee this day, that all these curses shall come upon thee and overtake thee.
All these what?
All these curses shall come upon thee and overtake thee.
The book of Deuteronomy chapter 28 and verse 68. And the Lord shall bring thee into Egypt again with ships, by the way whereof I spake unto thee, thou shalt see it no more again. And there you shall be sold unto your enemies for bondmen and bondwomen, and no man shall buy you.
Nobody's going to save you. Malcolm X didn't save you. Martin Luther King didn't save you. Cesar Chavez did not save you.
Bring it up.
That's right.
Right? Vladimir Cortez came over here and kicked our hands up and called it football.
Preach.
Right.
They call it football. Now everybody wants to play soccer and everybody wants to play basketball. Right? Football. And wear tights and shorts and show all this stuff, right? But we out here and we trying to tell you guys that that is a curse. Because all y'all doing is being high-profile slaves. All y'all doing is being high-paid slaves. Right? Y'all the ones that Master had come into the room was like, hey, I had some good folks coming over here, and I need your wife to entertain her. I need your wife to entertain him. So y'all are the entertainers. Y'all are the high-profile slaves. Right? So we're teaching everybody to come back and turn into these statutes and commandments. That's the main thing that Jesus Christ was preaching.
That's right.
That was the main thing that Jesus Christ was preaching. Jesus Christ was not saying to save everybody. Jesus Christ did not come out here to save everybody. Give me Matthew 5:17.
Watch it come out here and find a place to pee.
With the shits we don't pay off for sale. You want what? Don't get paid in the sand.
The book of Matthew chapter 15 and verse 24. But he answered and said, I am not sent, but unto the lost sheep of the house of Israel.
Right, so he's only sent to the lost sheep of the house of Israel. What you got here? So that false doctrine that Jesus Christ is coming to save everybody is a lie, right? So if you're out here and you're wearing pants, or you're being a homosexual, or you're being deviant, devilish, selling drugs to our people, when Jesus Christ comes back, you guys are going to be burnt in nuclear fire.
Bring it out,
Right? And the Edomites, we're going into slavery. We're going to be picking cotton. If you're going to pick cotton, I'm going to hang you from this hardware sign upside down.
That's right.
Butt naked. Right? And your children. Your children's children too. Give me that in Jeremiah.
Bring it out. Bring it out. That's right.
Well, that's Isaiah.
Salaki.
Isaiah chapter 13 verse 16. Their children also shall be dashed to pieces before their eyes. Their houses shall be spoiled and their wives ravaged. Behold, I will stir up the Medes against them, which shall not regard silver, and as for gold, they shall not delight in it. Their bows also shall dash the young men to pieces, and they shall have no pity on the fruit of the womb. Their eyes shall not spare children.
So when that day comes, When that day comes and those race riots come, there's not going to be any mercy on you Edomites, you so-called white people, or you Egyptians, or you Persians,
Right.
or you Arabs.
That's right. Look it out.
Right? What you got, brother?
The book of Isaiah chapter 14 and verse 1. For the Lord will have mercy on Jacob, and will yet choose Israel, and set them in their own land. And the strangers shall be joined with them, and they shall cleave unto the house of Jacob.
They're going to cleave into the house of Jacob, right? Like they're trying to do now, low key. Low key, they're trying to do. They want to take your culture, right? That's them trying to cleave to your house of Jacob, right? They want to take your music, right?
Culture.
They said that. I think they sent a letter to all the hip hop artists, all the black artists, and said that we don't need y'all no more. And then they came out with NF Funk or Justin Timberlake, right?
Culture vulture.
Right? So they're going to cleave, and then you're gonna have the ones that don't want to be slaves, right? Or you got the ones that's going to willingly be slaves because they're going to cleave to the house of Jacob, right?
Verse 2. And the people shall take them and bring them to their place, and the house of Israel shall possess them in the land of the Lord.
That's right.
For servants and handmaids, and they shall take them captive, whose captives they were, and they shall rule over their oppressors.
God.
Right.
Right. So they shall rule. We will rule over our oppressors. Right now, you white people are in your heaven, right? The black people are in their captivity, right? We're the ones that have to go to work 9 to 5, right?
Right.
We're the ones that have to clock in, clock out. We're the ones that have anxiety because we have to worry about if our boss is going to write us up for being late 1 minute,
That's right.
right? So like if y'all not at work on time, y'all are pretty much destined to be fired just any time, right? Whenever your boss feels like it. Maybe he's gonna bring in another Jake that wants that $19 an hour, right? That's willing to do whatever he says, right? Right? That house nigga or that coon, right? So we all have to come to the same mindset, and the best way to do that is returning back to these laws, statutes, and commandments. The best way to do that is by trying to the best of our ability to keep the Sabbath day, right? By not celebrating these holidays. If you guys don't like what's going on in the world, why do you guys keep spending money and giving back to the world? Right? Why do you guys keep spending money on these false holidays, and it's been going on for years and years, and the next year y'all put the January 1st, y'all put the dimes in the black eyed peas, and y'all say this is for prosperity. We're gonna make money this year. We're gonna rub coins on our foreheads. We're gonna make money. Why do you guys keep following these heathen and these stereotypes, right? Why do we all keep doing that?
That's right.
Because we don't know any better. So what we have to do is we have to return back to these laws, statutes, and commandments. I'm gonna keep repeating that because there's new people walking around all the time. And this is what we need to do. This is the main thing that Jesus Christ was teaching the Israelites. Right? So what we have to do is make sure that we are here sending the hopeful elect, and we're telling these people their judgments. Right? You brother right here, you're an Israelite brother, keep the commandments. You brother right here, you're an Israelite brother, keep the commandments. Right? So if you have never heard of the Hebrew Israelites, go look them up. When you read the Bible, that's what it's about. The Bible is speaking on nationalities. Right? When you read the Bible, it talks about Hebrew Israelites. It talks about Edomites. It talks about Moabites. And you go on your smartphone, you look up, and you type in the word Moabite, it will show you a picture, an image of Chinese people or Korean people. If you type in Ham or you type in Shem in your smartphone, it will show you the land, it will show you the generations, it will show you all of the stuff that we need to know that we ain't never had access to. Because right now we're in the age of the internet, we're in the age of knowledge. And towards the last days, the truth will come out, and the truth is going to set you free. All right. So what you got, brother?
This is the book of Revelation, chapter 22 and verse 14. Blessed are they that do his commandments, that they might have right to the tree of life, and may enter into the gates, into the city.
Right. Blessed are they that do the commandments. That is what the Bible is about. We only know about 10 commandments. When I grew up in church, that's all I knew was the 10 commandments. Where does the first 10 commandments say? Let me get that in Exodus 20. Because a lot of people know the 10 commandments. They know of the 10 commandments, but they don't know the 10 commandments. So let's see what some of the 10 commandments say.
And God spake all these words, saying, I am the Lord thy God, which I brought thee out the land of Egypt, out of the house of bondage. Thou shalt have no other gods before me. Thou shalt not make unto thee any graven images, or any likeness of anything that is in the heavens above, or that is in the earth beneath, or that is in the waters under the earth. Thou shalt not bow thyself to them, nor serve them. For I am the Lord thy God, am a jealous God, visiting the iniquities of the fathers upon the children unto the third and fourth generations of them that hate me, and showing mercies unto thousands of them that love me and keep my commandments. Thou shalt not take the name of the Lord thy God in vain. For Exodus 20 verse 1. And God spake all these words, saying, I am the Lord thy God, which hath brought thee out of the land of Egypt, out of the house of bondage.
This is the book of Deuteronomy, chapter 28 and verse 68. And the Lord shall bring thee into Egypt again with ships, by the way whereof I spake unto thee. Thou shalt see it no more again. And there ye shall be sold unto your enemies for bondmen and bondwomen, and no man shall buy you.
I am the Lord thy God, which hath brought thee out of the land of Egypt, out of the house of bondage. Thou shalt have no other gods before me. Thou shalt not make unto thee any graven image, or any likeness of anything that is in the heavens above, or that is in the earth beneath, or that is in the water under the earth. Thou shalt not bow thyself to them, nor serve them. For I, the Lord thy God, am a jealous God, visiting the iniquities of the father upon the children unto the third and fourth generation of them that hate me, and showing mercies unto thousands of them that love me and keep my commandments. Thou shalt not take the name of the Lord thy God in vain, for the Lord will not hold him guiltless that taketh his name in vain. Remember the Sabbath day to keep it holy.
Right, so yeah, remember the Sabbath day to keep it holy. Right, this is what the Most High God said. These are some of the 10 commandments. Right, so we just coming out here and we teaching people that we have to repent and turn back to the commandments that the Most High God gave us.
That's right.
All right, so I'll give it back to the high priest. Shalom, shalom, shalom. Kwame shalom. Brother spoke excellent in the spirit.
That's right.
Right, Most High is raising up his servants, man. Right, that's a beautiful thing, right? Give me that, matter of fact, Isaiah 49 and 5. Give me the book of Isaiah, the 49th chapter, the 5th verse. So, the brother spoke excellent, man, and the Most High is raising up his servants, man, his teachers, so that this word can go out. Nobody else is going to do it for you. The pastor's not going to do it. The Christian church is not going to do it. They're going to tell you lies.
That's right.
All right? They're going to Kirk Franklin you. You know what I'm saying? So we got to come out here and teach this word. The spirit that the Most High put on the men in the last days to teach this gospel, those men got to raise up.
That's right.
All right, wake up Jacob. All right, read what you got, brother.
The book of Isaiah, chapter 49 and verse 5.
Go ahead.
And now, saith the Lord, that formed me from the womb to be his servant.
See that? The Lord said he formed us from the womb to be his servant. Now, a lot of brothers, they didn't know they would be on street corners and in the streets of America teaching the gospel, teaching the Bible one day. It's the Lord that selected us from the womb. All right, but once that spirit come on you, you feel it in your spirit that this is what the Lord called me to do.
That's right.
All right, go ahead.
To bring Jacob again to him.
What is our job?
to bring Jacob again to him.
Our job is to bring Jacob back to the Most High. Our job is to bring these 12 tribes back to who the Lord said that we are. And nobody wants that to happen, man. Hell, you Negro and Hispanics, you act like you don't want that to happen. All right? You the ones holding up America and holding up the salvation of the children of Israel. Right, good?
Though Israel be not gathered,
The Lord said, though Israel be not gathered, good,
yet shall I be glorious in the eyes of the Lord.
yet Isaiah said, I'm going to be glorious in the eyes of the Lord. Though Israel be not gathered, yet shall be glorious in the eyes of the Most High. Right, come on.
And my God
And my Father, good,
shall be my strength.
He's going to be our strength. There. The Lord is our strength. All right, the Lord is our strength. The black, Latino, Native American, and Seminole Indian man, the only strength that you have is in the Most High. What's up, brother?
What's up, brother? I was wondering what that was about.
Researching myself.
That's right.
Oh,
Right,
yeah,
that's
I
right,
already
brother.
know.
Do your own research and you'll find out. That's
I was
right.
wondering what that was about.
That was just a sign that was in the skies. I think that was over Russia.
Okay.
All right, and it's just these are just different images of chariots, which they call so-called UFOs. And the Lord said, give me that, give me Jeremiah 10:1. Y'all read it earlier. Give me Jeremiah 10:1. Give me, and you give me Joel 2:27. All right, so these are signs that the Most High sent. Matter of fact, a sister sent me a video the other night. She caught 3 chariots. She caught 3 so-called UFOs on her phone over the. There you go. All right, see, he was about to trying to speed and show off. Trying to speed and show off. His ass almost was a body on Hollywood and Highland. Well, almost got him, boy. Trying to speed and show off. See that? He's about to swirl and get wrapped around a damn pole or something. All right, trying to show off, man. You know, and it's raining out here. The ground is wet, man. Everybody know you got to drive carefully when it's raining. You got to drive. You got to be more careful. You might be a good driver, but you still got to be careful. Almost wrapped his ass right around a pole out here, man. All right, but anyway, back to the fact of the matter. All right, so what you got? Read that.
Jeremiah chapter 10, verse 1.
Go ahead.
Hear ye the word which the Lord spake unto you, O house of Israel.
Go ahead.
Thus saith the Lord, learn not the way of the
He
heathen,
said, don't learn the way of the heathen. Go ahead.
and be not dismayed at the signs of heaven.
Don't be dismayed at the signs of heaven. Go ahead.
For the heathens are dismayed at them.
So the Lord said, when we see heavenly signs, don't get confounded, don't get confused by that. That's the Lord showing us that He was going to show us different signs in the heavens in the last days as a sign that we're about to get up out of here. It's about to be the destruction of the so-called white man in His kingdom.
That's right.
All right, UFOs are known as IFOs in the Bible because they're not really unidentifiable. We can identify them because we know they're the chariots of God. And He said we would see different type of signs and wonders in the heaven. Read that, Joel 2:27.
The book of Joel, chapter 2 and verse 27.
Go ahead.
And ye shall know that I am in the midst of
The
Israel.
Lord said He's in the midst of Israel, meaning what? We are His chosen people. That's what He means when He says He's in the midst of Israel. The black, Latino, Native American, and Seminole Indian, we are the 12 lost tribes of Israel now found. Just like they try to say this is unidentifiable, no, we can identify it in the Bible. Just like they try to say we the lost tribes of Israel, no, now we're found because we got our heritage in the Bible. All right, go ahead.
And ye shall know that I am in the midst of Israel,
The Lord said you're going to know that I am in the midst of Israel. Come on.
and that I am the Lord your God.
He's the Lord, our God, possessive. He is the God of the children of Israel. How come He didn't say, I'm the Lord, everybody's God? How come He didn't say, I'm the Lord, all people's God? He said, I am the Lord, your God, our God, right? Possessive. God.
And none else.
And who?
And none else.
And there you go right there. That's the cherry on the top. All right, He said, I'm your God and none else. I am in the midst of Israel. That's clear. How could you get anything else out of the Bible? How could you get anything else from that? Right, come on.
And my people shall never be
The
ashamed.
Lord said, my people shall never be ashamed. The so-called black, Latino, Native American, and Seminole Indian, you're going to stand up proud and loud and know that you are the Lord's people. You're going to know that you are the chosen. You're going to know that nothing can defeat you out here.
That's
All
right.
right, come on.
Verse 28. And it shall come to pass afterward
Go ahead.
that I will pour out my spirit upon all flesh.
Go ahead.
And your sons and your daughters shall
The
prophesy.
Lord said, we're going to prophesy. Come on.
Your old men shall dream
We're
dreams.
going to dream dreams. Come on.
Your young men shall see
And
visions.
we're going to see visions. Go ahead.
And also upon the servants and upon the handmaids.
Upon the servant. All right, brother P. Hold on. Before you go, brother. Hey, before you go, let me give you some literature to read. All right, say something for a minute.
That's lit. Thank you.
Verse 29. And also upon the servants and upon the handmaids in those days will I pour out my spirit. And I will show wonders in the heavens and in the earth.
Salakia, so read that again, brother.
Verse 30.
Yeah.
And I will show wonders in the
The
heavens.
Lord said he would show, well, I wanted the brother to hear the verse, but it's okay. He got some information. And he kind of know the truth already, so that's good. All right, he said, I will show wonders in the heavens, God,
And in the earth.
and in the earth. And that's what the Lord is doing. He's showing wonders through the chariots, man, the so-called UFOs, and different signs and different symbols. Remember last year, around this time, they had that apparition right here over LA. And everybody was like, what the hell is that? It was like some big, it looked like a big bubble blip type thing over, I was in Compton at the time. I was passing through Compton. We was trying to get some stuff for the Shabbat and get home before the Shabbat came in. So I was passing through Compton and I said, yo, what the hell? We had to park the truck and get out. And I went live right there, man. I did a live video and we took some still photos. Like, what the hell is that? See, the Most High wasn't playing, man. Most High was not playing in these last days. Go ahead.
Verse 31. The sun shall be turned into
The
darkness,
Lord said, the sun shall be turned into darkness. Go ahead.
and the moon into blood.
Right, the sun gonna be turned into darkness, like what they call a nuclear winter. All right, when them nuclear bombs are dropped, man, and it said the moon into blood, what they call blood moons, which represents destruction, warfare, World War III. Right, go ahead.
Before the great and the terrible day of the Lord comes.
Before the great and the terrible day of the Lord come, the Lord said we're going to see these signs. All right, the sun going to be turned into darkness, the moon into blood. These are going to be signs from the heavens of great destruction to come. That's why you see things like this, just a damn ring of fire in the sky over Russia. They didn't know what the hell it was. What the hell is that? Or Ukraine, wherever that was. I think that was like Eastern Europe somewhere. But either way, they're like, what the hell is God showing us in the heavens? Last year, right out here in LA, in Compton. It was over all the skies in LA. They said, what the hell is that? Because why the Lord is showing you, man. And then somebody went back from a picture from the 1800s where they saw the same thing. Because listen, UFOs and chariots, that was seen all throughout history. And a lot of times what the Most High would do, he would start showing these things in the heavens more frequently before he was about to bring a major judgment. Or before he was about to bring a kingdom down. Or before he was about to bring destruction upon a society. He would show major signs in the heavens. All right, the Lord always did that throughout the history. Right, go ahead.
Verse 32.
Esau is on the prowl. Right, that man looked like he looking for anything. That man looking for anything tonight, man. Right? Right, yeah, you know what I'm saying? Right? That man, he probably got about 10 men circulating around here. Hey, call me when you get somebody. Right, go ahead. Right, go ahead.
Verse 32.
Come on.
And it shall come to pass that whosoever shall call in the name of the Lord
It said, it shall come to pass that whosoever shall call in the name of the Lord, God,
shall be delivered.
shall be delivered, man. And when you call in the name of the Lord, you also got to follow him. You got to keep his commandments. You got to do the things that he commands you to do. So whosoever shall call upon the name of the Lord shall be delivered. God.
For in Mount Zion.
For in who?
For in Mount Zion.
For in Mount Zion, God.
And in Jerusalem.
And in Jerusalem, God.
Shall be delivered.
Shall be what?
Shall be delivered.
In Mount Zion and in Jerusalem is going to be the deliverance. All right? That's where the deliverance is going to be amongst the children of Israel. Come on.
And in the remnant whom the Lord shall call.
See that? And in the remnant whom the Lord is going to call. Because the Lord is not calling all of Israel back. There's only 1/3 on this time.
That's right.
That's why the brother, call out the brother in the locks, and the brother said, "Nah, I'm good. I don't want to hear none of that." All right, okay, good, brother. Nobody forcing nothing on you. We're not out here to force nothing on you. You're either going to get this gospel or not. Yahweh Shah said, freely we have received, freely give. We're just giving out the gospel for free. You receive it, you don't, you don't. All right, hey, man, you want a bottle of water, man? You thirsty, man? You got free water. No, I don't need no water, man. I'm good. All right. I just tried to give you some water. You don't want to take it, that's on you. All right, matter of fact, the scriptures literally say that, man. Give me Isaiah 55 and 1. Right, get Isaiah 55 and 1. Yeah. Some going to receive it, some not, right? That's it. But the job, we're not here to force any of y'all to receive this word. You're going to receive it or you're not going to receive it. But guess what? You're going to pay for either way. Either decision you make, you're going to pay for that decision. So either you're going to receive the word or you're not going to receive the word. You don't receive it, then the judgment is on you. The blood is off our head. We've done our job. We've done our part. Once we teach this gospel and tell you what the Lord said. Right. Say it again.
Say it again. That's right. Come here, Shala.
That's right.
That's right.
That's right. The word of the Most High. All right. Now we don't know what denomination or different factions of belief these people are, but the bottom line is the people will acknowledge us when we teach in the word. The scriptures say that. Say, you guys are teaching the word of God. I know you're teaching the word of God. And the brother walked by and said, listen, I did my research. Them guys are telling the truth. See that? So the Most High said that. We ain't got to say, we can't make this stuff up. Y'all know the saying, we can't make this stuff up. Because it's not of us. That's the Most High showing his power. That's all it is. People riding by a random car. Them guys are teaching God's word. Right? That's the power of the Lord. We don't have to do nothing but do what he tells us. He's going to do the rest. And he's going to make his truth manifest. Read what you got, brother.
The book of Isaiah, chapter 55 and verse 1. Everyone that thirsteth, come.
Read it again.
Oh, everyone.
It said ho. All right? Not ho, ho, ho. Right? The Most High said ho. Listen up. All right? Come on.
Oh, everyone that thirsteth.
It said ho. Everyone that thirsteth. Come on.
Come ye to the water.
It said, come ye to the waters. Like the analogy I made. That's the spirit. Yo, brother, you want this water? No. Excuse me? Okay, we don't know what the hell you want. But anyway. All right. But anyway, read it again.
Ho, everyone that thirsteth.
It said, ho, everyone that thirsteth. Come on.
Come ye to the water.
It said, come ye to the waters. All right, come get this water. Come get this free water. All right, come on.
And he that hath no money.
It said, he that have no money, come on.
Come ye, buy and eat. Ye come, buy wine and milk without money and without price.
It said, buy wine and milk without money and without price. Meaning, come get this gospel. It's here for you. It's free. All right, we come out here. We don't say, yo, before we set up on Hollywood and Highland, yo, leave $1,000 right there before we start teaching. No. Brothers come out here, spend their own gas money, take out time from their busy schedules. Brothers could be resting. It's a Saturday night. Brothers could be resting, had a long week, probably had to work and deal with different things, but you made a sacrifice. You know, say you had to Shabbat today. Brothers probably rested, studied, and did what they had to do. You know what I'm saying? Brothers probably was teaching earlier and then still come out here and teach later.
It's your dad. Oh.
All right, so it's a sacrifice. But nobody said, yo, you gotta, if you come to Hollywood and Highland, man, yo, you better bring $500 or don't show up. All right, we ain't reading not one scripture to you. Nah, man. It said buy money and buy the bread and the wine without price. It said come get the water, the wine, the bread, the milk, or whatever without price. All right, come on.
Verse 2. Wherefore do ye spend money for that which is not bread?
It said, wherefore do you spend money for that which is not bread? Meaning, you go and invest. Like you go to these churches, man. I remember I met a woman. I tell this story a lot. Told this story a few times over the years. I met a woman in New York, man, in the early 2000s. Met a sister on the subway train. All right, I was coming from camp. She was coming from seeing Creflo Dollar at Madison Square Garden in New York. So I said, you know, me and the sister just sparked up a conversation. We talking, and what do you say? Huh? Avenues. What the hell is he talking about? Right? Ain't nobody banging up here, brother. We ain't dealing with no avenues. All right, but anyway, you know what I'm saying? I don't even know what the hell that means. I don't even know what the hell that means, but y'all brothers from LA, so y'all know that talk. Avenues, I would be like, brother, what avenue you looking for? Right, but anyway, ain't nobody banging up here, brother. And if we are, we banging on Esau. That's right. We banging these scriptures. We banging in righteousness. We banging for the kingdom of heaven. Right? That's what we banging for, brother. But anyway, you know, Jake, if any be ignorant, let him be ignorant. But anyway, you know what I'm saying? The sister told me, so me and the sister talking, she said, yeah, brother, I just came from hearing a good word. I said, yeah, I just came from teaching a good word. She said, yeah. I said, where you was at, sister? I said, you look nice. You had a real nice dress on or whatever. She said, I just came from seeing Creflo Dollar at Madison Square Garden. So she said, oh, look at all the good stuff I got. You went dead? Yeah. Okay. Right. She said, look at all the good stuff I got.
Did I tell you how this is Hollywood, not LA Square Garden?
Say again?
New York. This is not New York.
Huh?
This is not New York. This is LA.
Can you spell New York?
New York, LA.
Can you spell New York?
This is
No, she has.
Huh?
N-U-Y.
N-U-Y, yeah, okay, that's what I thought. All right, that's what I thought.
they drunk.
You know what the fuck you're
Watch your mouth. Watch your mouth before you slip in front of a truck. All right, watch your mouth before you slip and fall in front of a big truck coming. Right, but anyway, let's get started with the word of the Lord. Of course, you damn bimbo, I know this is not New York. All right, we are Hollywood and Highland.
She must know you.
All right.
New York.
Yeah, I probably rebuked her with bimbo ass before in Times Square.
Yeah.
All right, I probably rebuked that ass before. But anyway, back to the fact of the matter. So me and the sister talking, let me finish my story, man. And I said, well, hey, she said, well, look at what I got. Look at what I got. Look at what I got from Creflo Dollar doing his ministry at the garden. The sister pulled out a damn 90-minute cassette tape and said she paid $75 for it. I said, sis, you paid $75 for a damn cassette tape for Creflo Dollar to basically tell you lies? But that's what our people want, man. You'll go and you'll invest in all kinds of lies for Esau. All right, read it again, brother. Right? The woman said she paid $75. All right? $75 for a damn cassette tape of Creflo Dollar teaching. Whoa. A cassette tape, man. But that's what happens, man. You go in and you make, you go to these different colleges to get your doctorate of divinity and all this nonsense. You spend all this money, and now I can be a preacher. But they ain't teach you a damn thing. They didn't give you no true wisdom, knowledge, and understanding of these scriptures. Yeah, you might have went and learned the curriculum and paid all your money, and you got your DD. But what happened? You still ain't had no understanding. I know brothers and sisters that went to theologian school, and they said, man, I was in the church for 30 years, and ain't never get this type of understanding. I thought I knew something. I remember, man, we was teaching these sisters up in Harlem one time, me and some brothers, and the sister said, brothers, this sister was like in her 40s or 50s. We were younger men back then too. And she said, brothers, I gotta admit it, I don't know nothing. She said, all these years that I went to college, I went to school, I went to learn about the Bible, I don't know nothing. We say, yes, sister, that's why Christ said you got to become like a child. You got to start all over again. You got to become like a little child, because why? They're not teaching you anything. You're not learning anything. So that's what happens. The Lord said, come and get this word for free. Invest in this word for nothing. Come buy and get the bread, the wine, and the oil and the milk without money and price. Wherefore do you spend money for that which is not bread? $75? And it don't always have to be physical money. The money is also talking about invest. Yeah, come on out, man. What you doing? The money is talking about investing your time, your energy, your spirit. That's the money also. All right, come on.
Isaiah chapter 50 and verse 2. Wherefore do ye spend money for that which is not bread, and your labor for that which satisfieth not?
See that? It said, wherefore do you spend money for that which satisfies not, and you labor for that which don't satisfy? So it don't necessarily have to always be money. It's also investing your time, yourself, your studies. All right, you did all this. You broke your neck to go to the church for 25 years. You wasn't learning nothing. That's what it's talking about also. The money is also, spiritual. You invest of yourself, your time, your energy, even your money in like manner. Like a lot of people come in the truth and they say that. Oh man, I must have gave the church about $50,000 over the years. Now you come to Israel and broke. You ain't got $5 to donate for the Hanukkah. David, because you done gave all the money to the church. You know what I'm saying? They done got it all. You know what I'm saying?
Private jet.
Listen, I done have brothers and sisters tell me that. I done have brothers and sisters to listen. I went broke donating to the church. All right? Now you wake up to the truth. And he ain't got nothing for the truth. But I'm just messing with you, Israel, because we're going to give the difference between the church. You ain't got to give us $50,000 nothing, and you still going to get the word.
That's right.
The church, they damn near make the pastor shame you if you ain't paying your tithes. All right? We need to go on the record. Sister Jessica says she needs some help with some bills. But let's go on the records and see if Sister Jessica been giving the church anything. See that they gonna shame you, man. In Israel, hey, we got it, you got it.
God.
You know what I'm saying? A lot of times we've been used in this truth. Because our generosity and everything towards brothers and sisters, they come in the truth and take advantage of that.
That's right.
Because we're doing it from a pure spirit. You know what I'm saying? So don't ever tell us nothing about no money or nothing. We done been taken advantage of, man. By wicked ass brothers and sisters. They come in the truth and take advantage of brothers and sisters' kindness. And next thing you know, they gone. You don't see them. They come in Israel, they get what they can get, and then they gone. Because niggas is wicked everywhere. In the truth in the world, everywhere niggas is wicked.
That's right.
All right, go ahead.
Hearken diligently unto me,
Come on.
and eat ye that which is good.
The Lord said, hearken diligently unto me and eat that which is good. Go ahead.
And let your soul delight itself in fatness.
The Lord said, let your soul delight itself in fatness. All right. The Lord said, come and eat good, man. Eat and invest in this good truth, this good word, without money and without price. Because the Most High is not going to tell you, yo, you got to give me $50,000 for your soul. No. All right, so come and get this good word where it costs you nothing. But we understand our people, man. We understand that these churches, man, and these lies, and they make you feel so bad and they shame you. All right, they prosperity gospel. You ain't teaching God's word, man. You teaching a prosperity gospel. All right, with your broke self, like Leroy Thompson. He went around calling people broke, man. But where would Yahushua call somebody broke, man? Yahushua said, listen, bring in the poor. He said, because most of the time, I'm paraphrasing, but he said the poor don't have an excuse. They're not proud. They don't have material things. They don't have nothing in front of them blocking them from serving the Most High. So Yahushua said, bring in the poor, man. Give me that, matter of fact, James 2 and 5. He said that, man. He said, bring the poor in. You got wicked preaching Negroes like Leroy Thompson talking about with your broke self. Wicked Negro dancing, damn crip walking on the money, man. Wicked niggas, man. Him and Cash Flow Dollar, man. Right? Him and constantly flowing dollars, man. Go and dance on the damn money and then talk about with your broke self. Yeah, man, God, it should still be on YouTube, man. Go out there and watch Preachers Exposed. All right, all these people, man. This other one talking about a damn $5,000 pen. All this nonsense, man. All right, well, I think it's Juanita Bynum. One of them talking about she got a $5,000 pen. What the hell you need a $5,000 pen for? I don't give a damn if I had $5 million. What the hell do I take my ass right to Dollar Tree and get a pack of damn dollar pens? Now you took a $5,000. What do you need a $5,000 pen for? But that's to show that the Lord is with you and you prospering. You know how many people can eat with that $5,000? You know how much good you can do with that $5,000? But you talking about $5,000? I got a $5,000 pen or whatever, however much it was. I haven't seen a video or whatever. It might have been more than that. But this how wicked the people are, man. Read what you got, man.
The book of James, chapter 2 and verse 5.
Go ahead.
Hearken, my beloved brethren. Hath not God chosen the poor of this world, rich in faith?
The Lord said, have not he chosen the poor of this world, rich in faith? That's why one thing I can say, man, in Israel, man, to the best of my knowledge, and as long as I've been in the faith, man, I ain't never pushed no brother or sister away because of their financial status, man. That's wicked as hell, man. Hey, we ain't never turned a brother or sister away. Matter of fact, hey brother, you're on hard times, you need something? Man, you know, I wanna make it to the feast day, brother, but it's been kind of tight. Yo, man, just get there, we're gonna make sure you get home.
That's right.
That's what a real nation does, man.
That's right.
And like I said, being generous like that, we've been taken advantage of many times. But guess what? Yahweh Shah said you're still blessed. He said, pray for men when they despitefully use you. All right, because he going to deal with them. That's right. But brother, and man, you know what I'm saying, man, it's rough, man. Man, I don't got $5 in gas to get there. Okay, brother, get there. We're going to make sure you get home. Don't even worry about it. We family. We a nation. Well, brother, you know, I don't know what we can do, man. And the Lord must be ain't with you, brother, because, you know, with your broke self. Turn it to Leroy Thompson on him. Wicked ass preacher Negroes, man. Hold that thought, brother. Hold on, read.
Hath not God chosen the poor of this
The
world,
Lord said he chose the poor of this world. Come on.
rich in faith,
But rich in faith. Come on.
and heirs of the kingdom?
And what?
Heirs of the kingdom,
And heirs of the kingdom. Go ahead.
which he hath promised to them that love
And
him.
he said he promised the kingdom to those that love him. Remember what Yahweh Shah said in Revelation 1 and 5. Unto him that loved us and washed us of our sins in his own blood. So if the Most High sent his son because he loved us so much, for him to wash us of our sins in his blood, should we not love him? Should we not love him and be heirs to the kingdom? Of course, man. And how do we love him? By keeping his commandments and doing his will. By going out and teaching others to love him. All right, by being an example, walking as an example of love. That's how we do it. Bring it out, Rob Judah.
I just wanted to know which one of the preachers was trying to get a jet or something
That's
plane. Oh, Creflo.
Creflo was no, he wasn't trying. He got it.
Oh, he got it? Okay.
He needed $67 million to get a private jet, and he got that and then some. I think the Negro, he got like $70 million.
Yeah.
He got what he needed and some.
And a white one, white pastor guy.
That was
Joel Osteen or
not Joel Osteen. It was the other one.
Yeah,
I know you're talking about though. Yeah.
Yeah, he's
all of them, but all of them, man. Yeah. Them cats is living fat, man.
Yeah.
They had a two jet. He had two jets. Yeah. There was a pastor, a black pastor in Detroit. This nigga had a heliport at his house. This nigga had a heliport built into his house. He could fly his helicopters or whatever all around Detroit and around Michigan and land them at his house. These niggas be balling, man. A brother was telling me the story about it. A brother said that the pastor, they got mad when he left the church. Right? And I said, well, brother, why they got mad when you left the church? He said, because all of the people I was bringing in and all the tithe money they was paying. And he said, when he came into the truth, he told him, you know, I ain't going to be dealing with the church no more. He said they got mad, and they got to the point where they even offered to pay him. They even offered to give him money to come back to the church. Because the brother was good at, you know, bringing young people into the flock. And them young people was coming in 10, 30, 20 at a time, 50 at a time, and they paying that tithe money to the church. You see that? and he got a damn heliport at his house. This is what these preachers be having, man. So they're not doing it. The Lord said they are hirelings. Right? They're not, the Yahweh Shah called them hirelings, man. They're not really shepherds over for the flock. Go ahead.
Verse 6. But ye have despised the poor. Do not rich men oppress you?
He said, you despise the poor. Don't rich men oppress you? Now you despise the poor with your broke self. All right, it said, don't rich men oppress you? Aren't the rich people the ones, give me Proverbs 22:22. All right, aren't the rich people the ones that are oppressing you?
That's right.
So why would you get in that position and you're a bougie Negro with some money now? Why would you do the same thing to your own people? He said, don't the rich man, don't Esau, the rich man represents Esau. Don't he oppress you already? So now you're going to become a Negro with a little bit of money because you probably done sold your ass out to him too. Now you're going to oppress your own people too. You're going to talk down and belittle the people with your broke self. Negro, you dancing on money. You sea walking on money. So you're supposed to be able to get that money up and help out the poor.
Help out the poor. Yeah.
But he gonna condemn people and say, with your broke self. He gonna condemn people and say, with your broke self. All right, but go ahead, brother, read.
Verse 6. But ye have despised the poor.
You have despised the poor. Come on.
Do not rich men oppress you?
Don't rich men oppress you. Go ahead.
And draw you before the judgment seats?
And draw you before the judgment seats. Go ahead.
Verse 7. Do they not blaspheme that
Are you guys
worthy name? Slakia. Do not thy blaspheme that worthy name.
The Lord said, don't they blaspheme that worthy name? All right, don't they take the Most High's name in vain? So you're going to become just like the enemy that's oppressing you already? Because that's what they do. Read Proverbs 22:22.
Proverbs 22, verse 22.
Come on.
Rob not the poor, because he is
The
poor.
Lord said, don't rob the poor just because they're poor. Go ahead.
Neither oppress the afflicted in the gate.
Right, don't oppress the afflicted in the gate. You're not supposed to just rob the poor just because. In other words, don't take advantage of people just because you can. And that's what happens in this society, man. Rob not the poor because they are poor. Because you know what? They don't have a lot of resources behind them to back them up.
That's right.
So that's what you do. You rob the poor because you know you can. Because you know you can get away with it. All right, come on.
Verse 7. Do not thy blaspheme that worthy name?
The Lord said, don't they blaspheme that worthy name? All right, they said, listen, it's not in God we trust. We got to trust in man. All right, God.
By the which ye are called? Verse 8. If ye fulfill the royal
The
law
Lord said, if you fulfill the royal law, God,
according to the scripture, thou shalt love thy neighbor as
it
thyself.
said, fulfill the royal law. Love your neighbor as you love yourself. Because what? When you love your neighbor, there's no amount of money that can come between you and the loving of your neighbor.
That's right.
You're not gonna tell your neighbor with your broke self. You're gonna say, listen, brother, you having a hard time, we're gonna pull you up. Right, we're gonna help, we're gonna give our brother a leg up. Alright? But that's how this society is, man. Wicked as hell, and they taught our people to be just as wicked. Come on.
Verse 9. But if ye have respect to persons,
The Lord said, if you have respect to persons, go ahead.
ye commit sin,
The Lord said, you commit sin. Come on.
and are convinced of the law as transgressors.
The Lord said, you convinced of the law as a transgressor. You have respect to persons, you commit sin. All right, so you're supposed to treat your entire nation the same, man. Don't despise the poor man.
That's
All
right.
right, but a Negro like Leroy Thompson, he gonna tell you what your broke self. All right, so come out of that, man. These guys are not leaders, man. Give me St. John 10:10. All right, give me St. John 10:10. These guys are not leaders, man. They're hirelings. They don't love the flock. They're out there to see what they can get out of the flock. All right, we're supposed to come together as a nation, and when we come together and we build and we look out for each other, we have everything we need. We have more than enough of what we need.
That's right.
But some nigga want to dance on your money and then call you broke. Nigga, I'm broke because you crip walking on my money. That's why I'm broke, man. Them damn pastors, they see walking better than damn Snoop and what's the other one?
Dub C.
Dub, the one that was on stage with Ice Cube?
Yeah, Dub C.
Yeah, Dub C. Them damn pastors, man, they crip walking better than them on the money. But then you gonna call me broke. Yeah, nigga, because you crip walking all my money. All right, all my hard-earned money that I done gave you. I done gave the tithe, the pastor offering and everything else. All right, wicked, man, wicked church leaders, that's where they're going to be judged. That's what they even said now. They said a lot of people leaving the church, man.
That's right.
Yeah. And a lot of people leaving the church for the truth.
That's right.
That's another thing they're not telling you.
That's
what
right.
that's happening on the law. All right, so let's get it together, Israel. Come on.
The book of St. John, chapter 10 and verse 10. The thief cometh not, but for to steal, and to kill, and to destroy.
The Lord said, the thief cometh not, but for to steal, and to kill, and to destroy. Come on.
I am come that they might have life,
Yahushua said, I am come that they might have life. Good.
and that they might have it more abundantly.
Right, that they may have everlasting life through the gospel. Right, come on.
I am the good shepherd. The good shepherd giveth his life for the sheep.
It said, I am the good shepherd. Yahushua HaMashiach said, I'm the good shepherd. The good shepherd giveth his life for the sheep. Right, come on.
But he that is an hireling,
He that is a hireling, good,
and not the shepherd,
and he's not the true shepherd or leader of the people. Right, come on.
whose own the sheep are not,
The Lord said, whose own the sheep are not. We got another belligerent Edomite. All right, the hell is going on out here?
Please allow me to introduce myself. I'm a man of wealth and taste. Just
me?
call me Lucifer, because I'm in need of something
That's right.
strange.
Right, you Lucifer?
Goddamn fucking right.
There
That's
you go.
right. There you go.
You can't make this stuff up, man. You cannot make this stuff up.
That's
The
right.
devil tells you he's the devil.
That's right.
All right, it don't get no better than that, man. Don't get no better than that. The devil tells you he's the devil. The man said, I thought he was going to say, allow me to introduce myself. My name is Ho.
he did one better.
He did one better. That cracker did one better. He said, I'm Satan, goddammit. Let me introduce myself. Don't get no better than that, boy.
That's right.
Hollywood and Highland. How you doing? All right, go ahead.
God. Verse 12. But he that is an hireling, and not the shepherd, whose own the sheep are not, seeth the wolf coming, and leaveth the sheep, and fleeth, and the wolf catcheth them, and scattereth the sheep.
See that? It said, they are hireling, and they're not the shepherd. They see the wolf coming, and they scatter it, and they leave the sheep. No, that's okay. Yeah, I'm just talking. Now, Rob got everything on the other video.
Yeah.
All right, you know what I'm saying? So he missed, he got. So either way, Yahushua is telling you these guys are not the real leaders. They set up just to fleece you, the damn dance all over your money.
I got something to say.
Satan is back. Satan is back. What's up, Satan?
I would rather rule in hell than be ruled in heaven.
Right. See that? You got see that? That is Esau for you. Right?
Yea, though I walk through the valley of the shadow of death, I will feel no fucking evil, because I'm the baddest motherfucker in the valley, bitch.
Right. Yo, these Edomites are something else.
He
man.
said he'd rather rule in hell than serve in heaven.
See that? You see Esau? I'd rather rule in hell than be ruled in heaven. You know what that means, right?
Yeah.
I want to be over you niggas forever before you niggas could ever be over me.
That's right, God.
Right? And that's gonna be the worst type of Edomite in these last days is gonna be who knows what their inward thought is that their houses shall continue forever? All right? Yeah, the worst type of Edomite in these last days is going to be the Edomite that can't stand the fact that a Negro is going to rule over him.
That's right.
See, the more we pound this truth, they listening. Don't get me wrong. Don't get it twisted. They listening. Yeah. And they're listening and they're saying, one day, these Negroes are saying like, I don't even like to mention that dude, but Vocab Malone.
Yeah.
He says the Israelites teach that one day they will enslave all white people and all other nations, right? Yeah. Right? That devil loves saying that, right?
Yeah, he loves saying that, yeah.
These Edomites sit back and say to themselves, wait a minute. That's what they had They had to make a movie called Planet of the Apes because they said, listen, we rather a damn ape rule over us before a nigga rule over us. So they were basically toying with the idea that Jake is gonna rule them one day. But they said we gotta make it into apes. We can't put on the screen that a Negro is gonna rule over us with it. Make it an ape, make him a monkey, make him an ape, but not a Negro. Don't show a Negro ruling over us in the kingdom of heaven. Read what you got.
Psalms chapter 49 verse 11.
Bring it out.
Their inward thought is that their houses shall continue forever.
The Lord said their inward thought is that their houses shall continue forever. I'd rather rule in hell than be ruled in heaven. All right, go ahead.
And their dwelling places to all generations.
The Lord said they dwell in places to all generations. Come on.
They called their lands after their own name.
The Lord said they call their lands after their own names. Go ahead.
Nevertheless, man being in honor abideth not.
Come on.
He is like the beast that perish.
The Lord said, man being in honor abideth not. He's like the beast that perish. Because what? Esau, you're not going to rule forever, devil. You're going to perish. All right, and what's going to mainly perish your kingdom? All right, you're going to die, like I tell you in 2nd Ezra. I think they say you're going to die on your own bed. All right, meaning what? You're going to be destroyed in your own kingdom. Right, you're going to be destroyed in your land. Right, and Esau's a damn degenerate, vagabond, wanderer, bum on Hollywood. But I'd rather rule in hell than be ruled in heaven.
Yep.
All right? Damn, boy, you don't get no more classic than that.
That was a good one.
That was Esau, boy.
He said, I'd rather rule in hell than serve in heaven. I like that.
See that?
I like
Yeah,
that.
man. That, you know, that's an old saying, but you know, Esau, boy, that is the devil that the Bible speaks of. Good devil right there. Yeah, that devil said, I'd rather rule in hell than be ruled in heaven.
Can't give up the kingdom.
Can't give up his kingdom, and that's why you got to back it up. Read it again.
Psalms 49 verse 11. Their inward thought is that their houses shall continue forever.
Come on.
And their dwelling places to all generations. They call their lands after their own name.
Come on.
Nevertheless, man being in honor abideth not. He is like the beast that perish.
There you go. See that? Nevertheless, man being in honor abideth not. He's like the beast that's going to perish. See that? The Lord said they call their names after their own. They call their lands after their names. But their inward thought is that their house shall continue forever. That's what they think, man. They're going to rule forever. I'd rather rule in hell than be ruled in heaven. Esau, boy, that's my kind of Edomite, boy.
That's right.
Right? Huh? No, you can't make this stuff up. You can't make this stuff up, huh?
No, it's a woman's like a mouth.
Right? You can't make this stuff up, man. So you better get it together, man, because see, when you got 10 million Edomites like that running around this country, don't have nothing to lose.
That's right.
Esau ain't got nothing to lose, man. That's what's going to really spark that race war. Because remember, it's somebody, that's like somebody that know they're going to die. Why do you think people go around, people with AIDS, like the, what is the dude, what is it, South Carolina? He was sleeping with all the black women, a white guy, the white DJ.
Yeah,
he was sleeping with all the black women, knowing, giving them AIDS.
Yeah.
Right? Because what? It's like, well, I gotta die. You know what I'm saying? And a lot of times, because of their racism and their evil, they're like, well, I'm not gonna do it to my own people. I'm gonna do it to you niggas.
That's right.
So Esau's like, look, I got AIDS, I gotta die. I'm taking a whole bunch of you Negroes with me.
That's right.
And remember, they broke it down. The reason why that white guy was sleeping with all them black women, hoping that they would go sleep with other black men.
That's right.
And that those black men, you know what that devil tried to do? That devil tried to bring a little like a miniature AIDS epidemic amongst our people.
Yeah.
That bastard, that damn devil, man. That devil tried to start a little damn biological germ disease warfare amongst our people. He said, let me sleep with hundreds of black women and try to infect them hoping they would sleep with hundreds of black men, they would get infected, then they would sleep with more women, and he tried to damn do a genocide. Yo, if I could sleep with 1,000 black women and infect them, you know how many men they could sleep with and infect them? That devil probably said, listen, if I gotta die, all these niggas gotta die. Esau is the devil that the Bible speaks of, man.
That's right.
But, once again, he'd rather rule in hell than be ruled in heaven. So it's letting you know the type of devil you dealing with, man. Give me Psalm 73 and 12. Give me Psalms chapter 73 and verse 12. It let you know the type of devil and spirit and evil demon you're dealing with, man. That's the time we're living in. Right. Or they just walking around trying to be the new Eminem. Trying to be the new Eminem or something. All right. Their kingdom is gone, man. Their kingdom is totally gone. But anyway, let's continue on. Read.
73 and what?
Psalm 73 and 12.
The book of Psalms, chapter 73 and verse 12. Behold, these are the ungodly who prosper in the
The
world.
Lord said, these are the ungodly who prosper in the world. So that's why Esau said, I'd rather rule in hell than to be ruled in heaven, because they are the ungodly that prosper in this world. How did they get all their riches and everything they got? They got it off of rape, robbery, and murder.
That's right.
So it says, these are the ungodly that prosper in this world. Come on.
They increase in riches.
They increase in riches. So that's why he said, I'd rather rule in hell than to be ruled in heaven. But Esau, you don't look like you're ruling a damn thing. You're a two-time loser.
That's right.
Give me Ecclesiastes 4 and 4. You don't look like you're ruling a damn thing, man. All right, matter of fact, Ecclesiastes 4:13. You ain't ruling nothing, man. All right? But guess what? Even in their degenerate vagabond state, they still, you see how proud they are?
Proud. Still
You see how
proud.
they still proud? Even in their vagabond, degenerate state, they're still proud. Still proud. So he's like, look, one thing that devil know, like any of y'all saw the Dave Chappelle special,
Yeah.
Sticks and Stones on Netflix?
Yeah.
Dave Chappelle went in, man.
Yeah.
Right, but one thing Dave Chappelle said, he said, listen, don't get offended, y'all. I joke about things that I can relate to. He said, I make fun of poor white people because I was poor. But he said the difference between poor white people and poor black people, y'all know that y'all not supposed to be like that. Y'all feel like y'all not supposed to be poor. You know what I'm saying? He said, listen, my father said we ain't poor, son, we broke. But what was Dave Chappelle saying? Like, listen, this is a so-called white man's world. When y'all poor in y'all spirit, y'all feel like y'all shouldn't be like that. Why? Because technically, y'all shouldn't be like that. This is your kingdom.
That's right.
Why are you poor in your own kingdom?
Right.
So give me Ecclesiastes chapter 4 and verse 13. Who got it? You got it? All right, bring it up.
Better is a poor and a wise child.
The poor and a wise child represents Israel. So better is a poor and a wise child
Than an old and foolish king.
than an old and foolish king. Look at Esau, man. Esau riding around in his car with a damn reindeer dog. They just trying to enjoy their kingdom, man. The man got a damn reindeer dog. Rudolph the red-nosed reindeer.
Yeah.
All right, look, read on.
Who will no more be admonished.
The Lord said what?
Who will no more be admonished.
Will no more be admonished, meaning no matter how much you try to warn Esau, no matter how much you try to tell him, it's not going to help him.
That's right.
They will no more be admonished. No matter what you tell them or try to warn them, it's not going to help them in the day of the Lord's judgment.
That's
what
right.
he's talking about. Come on.
For out of prison he cometh to reign.
So out of the dark ages, Esau came to reign. Out of the dark ages, he cometh to reign. Go ahead.
Whereas also he that is born in his kingdom becometh
The
poor.
Lord said, wherefore he that is born in his own kingdom, he becometh poor. So that goes to show you, even Esau in a homeless, degenerate, vagabond state, he still got that pride.
That's right.
I'd rather rule in hell than to be ruled in heaven. But the Lord said in his own kingdom, he becometh poor. He a two-time loser. What we call a two-time loser. Esau, you finished now, and you're going to be a slave in the kingdom.
That's right.
At least some of these elites, so-called elites, because the true elites is Israel. All right, some of these guys, at least they can say, listen, man, I ruled, I had trillions of dollars. You know, I had plenty of Negroes kidnapped for their organs, and it helped me to live an extra 20 years and enjoy my riches, because that's what's happening too.
That's right.
A lot of this human and sex trafficking is these rich elites, is these illuminists, and these rich Edomites. They want your organs to keep living.
They keep living.
They're like, yo, I got $1 trillion. I'm not ready to die.
That's right.
You know what I'm saying?
That's right.
I got $1 trillion in a Swiss account, man. I'm not ready to die. I don't care if I'm 70 years old. I'm not ready to die. I want to keep enjoying this world and this money. So a lot of them, what they're doing is they're having these young black, Latino, and Native Americans kidnapped, and they're taking their organs. And once they take their organs, they're saying, listen, I want to live for another 10 years, man. I don't want to die yet. I got $2 trillion in the bank. I want to keep enjoying. How can I be this rich and I'm about to die? And that's how greedy Esau is too, because you pass the money down, but they want to keep enjoying it. All right, so any last questions or comments, brothers, is coming down. Sister, what's your nationality? Miss, what's your nationality? Okay, she's got to go. All right, but anyway, any last questions or comments, brothers, before we wrap it up? All right, so it's coming down just at 12 o'clock, just like they said. All right, but we got
Just
the
like
word
they
out.
said,
All praise to Yahweh, Yahweh Shai.
Some of them were there just like they said. Wow.
Huh?
That's just some conspiracy about that.
Yeah.
like they said.
I looked at the weather earlier and it said, it's at exactly 12 o'clock it's going to come down.
Yeah.
It's 12:05. All right. So with that, we're going to wrap it up. All right, we're going to say death and destruction to Esau, the other nations, those that come up against the children of Israel, power, peace, safety, and the kingdom of heaven to the 12 tribes of Israel forever and ever. Amen. May the Most High and His Son Hamashiach Yahweh Shai have mercy on us and return soon and give us His holy, righteous kingdom. All right, and we're going to give all praise, honor, and glory to the Most High Yahweh Shai forever and ever. Amen. Priest Sabak, HOI to the chariots fly, HOI-LA. Come here, Shala.
Go Yashala.
Come here, Shala.
Go Yashala.
Come here, Shala.
Go Yashala.
Who got next?
We got next.
Who got next?
We got next.
Who got next?
We got next.
For how long?
Forever.
For how long?
Forever.
For how long?
Forever.
What are we going to do?
Take the kingdom.
What are we going to do?
Take the kingdom.
What are we going to do?
Take the kingdom.
When?
Now.
When?
Now.
When?
Now.
How?
By Shimra and Shakyasha.
How?
By Shimra and Shakyasha.
Heaven,
By
how?
Shimra and Shakyasha.
Come here, Shala.
Go Yashala.
Good.
God.
All right, so the word went out good and strong on Hollywood and Highland tonight. These devils was mad as hell.
Yes.
They're losing their mind, they're losing their kingdom, and the truth is going to set Israel free. That's right. All praise to Yahweh, Yahweh Shai. HOI to the chariots fly. HOI Los Angeles, Priest Sabak. All praise to Yahweh, Yahweh Shai forever and ever. Amen. Hallelujah. We still got next. Kwam Yasha'Allah. Shalom.
Shalom.